And one in particular made me smile. There she was, coming down the corridor home, wobbly legs, tiny feet. Daddy, Daddy, she said, I think we've got the sixth form problem. Gemma's been a fond project, so I really can't recall any of the unexpected teenage problems that we were agreed to expect. That's probably because she joined the theatre group when she was 10 and we didn't steer her when she was 23. So nonsense. It kept her out of trouble, and it was during that first degree at Warwick where she met so many of her good friends that are here today, and particularly Dan and Sam. Led her to Jack, which led her and all of us here today. Seriously, we've been very lucky, and we're very proud of Gemma and the company. She achieved a ridiculous number of A&A, A-level, and GCSE, and got to Warwick for the first degree. And not too bad. In fact, she's found an awful lot here, and we're very proud of her. And like most fathers, I was extremely protective of my girl, and I took the view that no man would be good enough for her, and I would take an instant dislike to anybody that came that way. And I remember the very first time that the dreaded boy got on the door. She must have been about 10 or 11. And I answered the door, and there's this little lad, spotty guy, stood there, proud and ready to go, and he looked at me in the eye and said, "Did your sister come out?" All the many skills and qualities, Gemma would probably agree, she's never been really well equipped mathematically or scientifically. She did, however, pass her driving test first time around, second time around. And she used to scoot around and go fine. And one evening she came in and said, "Dad, I think there's something wrong with me." So I was always out there to the tools. What's the problem? It won't go. So what do you mean it won't go? So it doesn't matter how hard I press the accelerator, it just won't go very fast or slow. So I went out and had a look, immediately found a problem. In fact, I still have a problem today. This is it. We've labelled it and we call it the speed limiting. It was found under the accelerator. Just by putting that into on the 5th of August, 1981, that's almost 4 years ago, to the day, I got Gemma into my house for the very first time. And I was speechless at how beautiful she looked. And I expect all of you that know Gemma, excuse my fashion. But disagree that she's a beautiful woman inside and out. So I want to see her look more beautiful than she does. And new life, and there will be another man she will turn to for love and protection. But I wanted to know, so I will be here for it. That's probably enough of that, Gemma. I'm happy to say a few words about the love of her life. A man always made her go weaker than knees. A man with no big rugby player. A man as popular with boys as he is with girls. And a man that she always knew she wanted to be with forever. Unfortunately, Johnny Wilkinson was already taken. So this story. For Gemma's birthday last year, just a year ago, we planned to spend an evening out on a restaurant called River Thames with Jack and Gemma to celebrate her birthday. And I got a cryptic face-off message from Jack saying, could you meet me for a beer after work somewhere halfway? So we agreed, and we went to a distillery near Wentworth, of course. And I was prepared for what was coming. I thought, well, I know what's going to happen here. They want a romantic evening together. They'll put Carol and I there, and he would fill the short straw about you. So I turned up, and Jack was late, of course. But eventually arrived, and I bought beers in, and I forgot to mention, you didn't know that Jack was teetotal for 12 years. Until he joined the Hawk was under 13. So we got his beer and we sat down and we chit-chatted away, as you do, exchanged pleasantries. And then he popped the question. Terry said, I would very much like to ask Gemma to marry me. And I would have to read through. And that was a lot of shock. There was a very presence. And I was overwhelmed, excited, at the same time. Jack's very nice. You don't know, it's very nice. Very nice. So then he went on to describe this hugely complicated plan. It involved Carol and I pretending that we were still going to be meeting them for dinner. He was going to take the afternoon off. I'm still struggling to now, even though you the afternoon off just for a change, and we would meet. Story to get Gemma out of the flat for the afternoon while he prepared a cryptic clue in their flat, which would lead Gemma to the steps of Chitty's house, where he would be waiting with champagne, flowers, and the ring. They would then set off for their romantic dinner on the Thames without Caroline. Suffice to say, despite a couple of hiccups, including a coffee shop, mobile phone ringtone, and a job for the Chitty's house. It all worked beautifully well. Flowers, champagne, and a giant diamond in the trip. And you were all right. As we left the car, Jack put his hand on my shoulder. He said, "Terry, you know, the deception stops here." No more lies. I must say that the complexity of the plan did go in one ear and out the other, and whilst I was driving home, I had to try and reconstruct it in my head to tell Carol what was going on, and I think I pretty much got it right.
Gemma still wants us to go to dinner.
I was really worried that I was going to be late. I was like, we've got to go to meet Mum and Dad.
I know tradition dictates that it's at this point I'm supposed to welcome Jack into our family, and the truth is that from day one he's been like my son. So, welcome him. I never had the pleasure of meeting Jack's father, Michael. But if the same's true that the apple never falls far from the tree, he must have been a heck of a chap, and I'm sure we would have got on pretty well. Gemma and Jack have been together for some time, and a couple of years ago, Carol and I were invited up to Prestonia by Jane and Brian on the occasion of Jane's birthday party. And we had the pleasure of staying with them and meeting many of their friends and relatives. And I have to say that we were both struck immediately by how well Gemma had been received into the Thompson clan and the love that they showed to her. It was a great comfort to Carol and I, as you can imagine, and we're just hoping that things will work out as well. Thanks, Carol. Thank you. I have some thank yous. Obviously, I'd like to thank the staff here at Friendship Heights for putting on a great day for us. Many others have chipped in to make this day wonderful through invitations for music, the singing, the musicians, the games, the decorations, everything. And Gemma and Jack knew exactly what they wanted and how they wanted the day to go. But there is one person who's worked tirelessly over many months to do so much and find time to do the flowers as well, which I'm sure you've covered. she would say that it was a labour of love, and I know how much Gemma and Drake appreciate their efforts, but I'd like to say thanks to my wife and Toby. Gemma, I'm proud to say that Love and I have been together 37 years. I've no idea how we got there, what the secret is, but we did it. And one thing's for sure, it's not easy, but we never give up. Gemma, your new name is T-O-M-S-O-N. No H-P. So that's the only reason for myself. Thank you very much.
Everybody for coming. On behalf of my wife and I, thanks everyone for coming. We know we've had people come from far and wide to be with us today. I've been from Australia, New York, Northern Ireland, Somerset, even Preston, which to be honest, I'm pretty sure the boys that travel from Preston have travelled for longer than Danny putting it from New York. So, sorry about that, boys, but thank you very much for coming. I'd first also like to thank Terry for some of his kind words and then the other words. Very nice. And also massively thank Terry and Carol for their generosity. The day wouldn't have happened without them, from planning, financial, to be honest, me and Gemma haven't got a penny to rub together, so help. The Sloans have really taken me into their family, like one of their own, and you've got Graham, got Louise, got G Diddy, still here. G Diddy's gone, but they've invited to barbecues, Christmas parties, they even took to Florida to go to all the rides, which is great for me. I've never been so tired in my entire life. And yeah, they've just been amazing for me. To be honest, I've been in the south of England where no one understands what word to say and look a bit weird, but the Sloans kind of took me in, and I have to say a massive thank you to Carol. She's done an amazing work with the flowers you see today. Again, due to a lack of pennies, Carol's our florist and did an incredible job. When usually a mother-in-law would be getting a pedicure or getting a massage or away, I found her in the back of Planet Ocean's warehouse, desperately putting flowers together yesterday and looked absolutely shattered. So, thank you very much. As well, which thankfully behind the curtains, I didn't check. So we've got now Thompsons, Youngs and Leanings in our plan. So first I'd like to thank Mum and Brian. Brian can't be with us today, sadly he passed away in December, but Mum and Brian were incredibly generous when we got engaged, and again, without them we couldn't have had today, but we also couldn't have had a future going forward as well, so huge thank you to you. To be honest, Mum's always kind of been financially having to look after me. Preston in my own flat, I couldn't pay for that. Going to London with these lot, I couldn't pay for that. So pretty much Mum's had to bounce me along with financial help now and again. She's also dragged Jess and I up since I was 17 with bumps up in my hair to the 31-year-old now with bumps. She's been incredibly strong, she's been an amazing woman, and again, got a lovely gift from you as well. Funnily enough, it's exactly the same as the one that looked after me since I was pretty much 17 after my dad passed away, unfortunately. And I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Adam. Is Adam here? Yeah. All right, Adam. Adam, that was amazing. And Adam sung the song Danny Boy as homage to my dad. Luckily, I got Jess for being at least. I'd just like to say thank you very much for that. Throughout my childhood, Mum and Dad have been really keen on getting me and Gobshite into into a lot of sport, and pretty much in Preston and also in Cap Dive, where we used to holiday a lot, played a huge amount of golf and tennis and rugby. But my fondest memories of Dad were very much based around golf and rugby. So, as a rugby player, my dad first dragged me along to a mini rugby session when I was about 4 or 5. He was dead keen to get his little lad into rugby, like pressing grasshoppers. Sadly, he was probably a little bit too eager. At the time, I had chronic conjunctivitis, and so I couldn't see a bloody thing. At one point, I couldn't see my own hands, let alone rugby. So my first ever training session, I hit the face constantly. Broken nose. Hopefully I persevered, and eventually I actually got Dad to watch me on the sidelines as I played for Lancashire, so it kind of worked out from that point of view, just about. It wasn't very good though still. Then golf was another love that we both shared, so I think something that got me to at a very young age was something I'll never forget. Playing golf with him on the golf course together was a great thing to experience, and something I'll never forget. And although it was a great experience, as everyone knows, golf is a horribly frustrating game, and sometimes Dad would be like, "Oh, the greatest shot you've ever hit, son," and then 2 holes later, I'd see he'd duck a wedge from 60 yards and throw my golf club across the ground. And you'll never heard such an angry man in his life. Dad was a very large Belfast man, and to hear his booming voice saying, "Jack Henry, you're really getting on my tits," across the fairway, I was always slightly worried. And pretty much anyone that knows my dad will have obviously heard that a few times before me. If you follow with Jack Henry, then you're really try to avoid that a lot. You have a number of one-liners, and I kind of try and use those one-liners as part of my life as well. One of them is attention to detail, which Gemma hates. Bloody brilliant. Anytime she's left something on the floor or she's not tidied up right, I like to say attention to detail. Oh, look, she's married to me. The other is, if the sun is over the yard arm, you can have a drink. I like to use quite a lot. Maybe use on holidays, when we get to 11:30, you can have a drink. Which I quite like. And then the final one is, any fool can be uncomfortable. I think something that Gemma and I try and live our life by. Again, our wallet doesn't quite stretch there, so we'll not see pulled in. But I think you have to enjoy your life while you're there. If you're uncomfortable and you're an idiot, so you may as well enjoy what you've got. And that's always a great line. Sadly, Dad can't be with us, but we've also got a number of other people that are missing. So we've got Granny Annie, can't be here. Grandpa, Granny Woolworth from Johnny Cadee beside the sea, and of course Brian, who I mentioned before. As I said, incredibly generous when Gemma and I got engaged, and I think we would love to be here today as well with Mum. So I'd like to raise a toast to absent friends. Also the best man of the ushers, you scrubbed up really well. Don't shout not so much, but we can see those later. And also a special thanks to Ben. We're our best mates since we were about 4. And he's done an incredible job looking after me through the years. And I also knew that jockey was the exact right fit for his suit, so Also to you and Ducky for the readings. Thank you very much for those. I know Ducky was desperate to read Spider Pig. Gemma's really glad you kept to the script, mate. We'll listen to it later. It's very good. Next, we've got Jim and Ollie for their technical support. You've been amazing. Thank you very much. Sandy, our delegated bus monitor. Thank you, Sandy. Max for his amazing invites. They look beautiful, mate. Thank you very much. Matt for your piano playing. Thank you, Matt. Very good. And Veronica, who has been picking up cake stands wherever Veronica is. Thank you very much, Veronica. Now we get to talk about Gemma. So, Gemma, you look absolutely stunning today. The dress is incredible, and I have to say I'll never forget you walking down the aisle towards me. It was the most amazing experience I've ever had, and thank you very much. I first met Gemma actually at a barbecue with Sam, Dan, and Becky Yo in Kensal Rise. Now you'll think there's a barbecue with Gemma and I meeting beautiful gardens and picnic benches and our eyes met over a glass of pins. Sadly in London our flat wasn't quite as nice as this, so our back garden was kind of like a prison yard. But I have to say, when Gemma walked into that prison yard, it really did light up. She had beautiful blonde hair, aviator sunglasses on, and a great big smile. I was actually stood with Mike Toole at the time, having a very lukewarm Foster's. It was classic like that. They just gave me a little nudge. She's quite fit. And that was pretty much all the encouragement I needed. Within 3 to 5 hours, I finally spoke to Gemma and finally won her over. When I first met her, I knew from then on I was pretty much desperate to be with Gemma, and my northern charm had actually finally worked. Although it hadn't worked as quickly as I thought. You see, the people sitting at table 3, whoever you are, will already now know that it wasn't quite love at first sight for Gemma. It took 3 dates for Gemma to actually decide that she liked me. Really good of you, thanks a lot. To be fair, I did turn up in a jumper once that made me look a bit like Mrs. Doubtfire. On a bad Mars bar day. It was a little bit lumpy, and so I did at least 2 more.
Oh, Emily didn't see it.
So finally, after the 3rd day, Gemma decided she liked me, and it was time to meet parents. As Gemma had told me I had to. I was like, okay, that's fine. Usually, I'm a pretty confident guy. I like to think I'm quite charming and quite effervescent. On this occasion, I've never felt so nervous in my entire life. Gemma had organised drinks in Chelsea, so we went for a few drinks near a school, and it was fine. We just did a few pleasantries, and Terry and Carol tried to understand my northern accent. And then we went for dinner, which was a lovely place, and we all sat down, and he started to tell me about their life stories. Now, normally I'd say, put a little quip in, or tell them about my life as well. But instead, he told me lovely life stories, and I just sit there and go, wowza. Now, this continued throughout the dinner. So people around the restaurant would hear, blah, 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 I don't know. Wowza. I actually went to the loo, and Gemma had to explain to her parents that I wasn't a walking moron. Wowza wasn't my favourite word. Never said wowza before and never will again. But unbelievably, Terry and Carol actually allowed me to marry her. I think it kind of judges them more than it judges me. To be honest, I'm so glad they did. I promise to look after her and always be a great husband to her. I can't wait to spend the rest of my married life with you. You are amazing, Gemma, and I love you so much. So, And let's all wish him luck and welcome to the right friend. Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's great. So, very great words. Save the funnies for me, please. Jack, great words. Save the funnies for me. Okay, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all enjoying what's been a brilliant day so far. Unfortunately, every silver lining must have a cloud. Here I am. So I'd like to thank Jack for his kind words. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the bridesmaids for doing a great job. I think everyone would agree that they were really, really funny today. So I can't see where you are now, but there you are. So you can't miss it. You can't miss it. So I'd say that they're only rightly eclipsed by our bride today. Gemma, you're truly beautiful. You're really breathtaking. Also, a brief mention for our flower girls. They did a fantastic job. They called the Australian-made cricketers. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Ben. I'm Jack's friend of 27 years. He's a regular partner in crime. He's sometimes Big Spoon. Commonly Little Spoon. And with great pride today, his best man. I do have my suspicions, however, that my appointment were perhaps to make himself look taller and his hair even more voluptuous. Truly cunning plan, so cunning in fact you can stick a tail on it and call it a weasel. I always wanted to use the word weasel in a video, so wonder. For those of you that are still where I stand today, you'll know that everyone loves to give you advice when they know you're going to be best man, you're writing a speech. I was actually in a taxi a couple of weeks ago. What, mate? Oh, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm going to be a best man, I'm trying to get the speech together. And he was like, oh, I've got a joke for you, So, desperate for ammunition, I've slipped it in. So, he was like, oh, I went to a wedding, two television aerials got married. He said, oh, yeah, the ceremony was rubbish, but the reception, brilliant. Also, in what's advice so I was also told what to avoid. The toxic trio of best man speeches, namely, in no particular order, ex-girlfriend, fornication, and the use of in-jokes that I quote will only be allowed from a table full of morons you went to school with. Table of 9. Also, interestingly today, it's the 52nd anniversary of the Great Train Robbery, which I feel is quite apt because there's several people here today that have had something special taken from them. Terry was the princess, Gemma, her surname, and Jack, well, Jack lost his right to privacy. In it, he asked me to be best man. So let's get the dish in the dirt. So I first met Jack in September 1988, scarily. It was our first day at the Harris County Primary School. We were both given a big blue badge and assigned to the imaginatively named Blue Group. And like mop and bucket, you're most certainly a bucket, we've been friends ever since. I was obviously, which might come to a shock, I was one of the shortest boys in the class, but nonetheless one of the brightest. One of the tallest, but unfortunately one of the dimmest. We made quite a pair. John Steinbeck's novel of Mice and Men does come to mind. I hope things end better for us. Well, for you anyway. So, those that you know Jack and I will know we're both fairly street. Perhaps some among you I'm looking at you, Graham Sloan. It even colours hard now. and needless to say, we've been in a few scraps in our time, and we've stayed this handsome for a very good reason. We ran away. One memorable occasion, Jack and I were being chased by a particularly scary group of girls on push bikes, and in our defence, they had sharp nails and they were not afraid to use them. Unfortunately, as we were running, Jack tripped over his own feet, landed on his back, legs akimbo, arms flailing in the air above his head. The girl in his direct slipstream, unfortunately, didn't react in time, but unfortunately, her front bicycle tyre came to a full stop. I was defenceless testicle. Like a good friend, once I stopped without him, I scooped him up and took him home and presented him to my mum, Mrs. Thomas, who promptly inspected his froggy testicles and applied a generous layer of soothing salve on them. An anti-looking laceration. But I'm glad to say, Gemma, that there's been no permanent no serious damage, but the only physical remainder of this incident is a small scar on Jack's right testicle. And Gemma actually tells me curiously it's shaped like a platypus smoking a cigar. That will take a moment, let's picture that. So anyway, so the years rolled on, we were soon at high school, Bolton High School. Jack had actually hoped to go to the local grammar school, but he failed the 11th class. And he had aspirations to become a doctor in films. Unfortunately, the closest he ever came to being a doctor were his countless visits to A&E with his fragile bones. Being a physiotherapist, a man of anatomy, if you will, it's obvious to me now that Jack earned the name Mr. Glass. He's got such long bones with so little muscular protection. Truly one of nature's cruelest mistakes. For those, have you ever seen his calves? Honestly, I've seen more meat on a butcher's pencil. I think Jack's school days are probably best summed up with just two words, those being crocodile shoes. Picture the scene, it was the start of the new term and Jack arrived wearing a pair of shiny leather brogues embossed with a crocodile skin pattern. Never in the history of time has the term Bobby Dazzlers been more appropriate. Needless to say, at our school he may as well have been wearing stilettos. Banter did flow, and sadly as a result those beautiful shoes only lasted one day. Despite only a very short lifespan, those shoes went down in legend, and Jimmy Nail's hit classic crocodile shoes became Jack's theme tune for many years to come. He even went on to develop a jaunty little dance, which I'm hoping we'll see later on the dance floor. So we eventually went our separate ways for university. I went to Manchester University, renowned for innovation, research and academia. and Jack went to Loughborough, renowned for hopping, skipping and jumping. So, when I asked the Loughborough boys, and it's great to see some of those boys here today, to summarise Jack's time at Loughborough, they came back with a summary which was pure, it was beautiful, almost poetic, so I'm just going to read it. A man rarely seen in lectures, often found on the sofa in his pants, a true fashion victim, perhaps even the worst dressed man on campus, that enjoyed nothing more than to wee in the girls' showers and to pour his pint away down the toilet when he thought nobody was looking. He's a busy man today, so you go buy him a drink for him. And know how to get through. In more recent years, Jack likes to spend his time celebrity spotting, eating, I quote, in wazzy restaurants, and running, often it seems, by the river. His greatest passion, however, above all other things, is then to tell us about it on social media, whether we like it or not. There are ways that you can follow friends, so if you're interested in seeing about it, so in all seriousness, Gemma is clearly Jack's greatest passion. I think anybody that knows Jack and Gemma will know that they're a really good Jack, with his constant need for entertainment, and Gemma, a performing arts graduate, primary school teacher. And Gemma even tolerates Jack's unhealthy fascination with the Australian pop duo Savage Garden. Legend! If I recall. Yeah. It's clear to see that Jack and Gemma make each other very happy, and they are very much in love. And I'm sure that this will continue to grow in the future as they move forward as husband and wife. I would personally like to thank you, Gemma, for looking after my friend. He means a lot to me. Thank you for making him so happy. I'm fine with taking him off my hands. Right, I'm nearly done in regards to now. I can see some hungry faces. I can see it look up, I'm nearly there. So I feel it's important today to acknowledge that Jack and his family have had more than their fair share of sad times. And there are people who sadly no longer with us that would have loved to be here today. That said, I believe such hard times make happy occasions like today all the more special. And I think they should encourage us all to savour every moment, especially the happy couple. With this thought in mind, I'm now briefly going to turn from my own words to those of another splendid fellow. I think encapsulates this sentiment better than I ever could. So paradise is not a place you can look for, because it's not where you go. It's how you feel for a moment in your life. When you're part of something special, and if you find that moment, it lasts forever. So finally, I'd like to raise a toast. Brand new Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, who are truly happy, deeply in love. In the dining room.
It's been a long tradition in our sort of household with Gemma. Birthdays, any sort of celebration, and she asked for a cake. The cake is always, what is it?
Rice Krispie cake.
Rice Krispie cake. So when the poor lady came to sort of let us sample the wedding cakes, Gemma said, "Could we have a crispy cake layer?" No, we couldn't have a crispy cake layer. So anyway, we thought, well, I spoke to Debbie who made a lovely cake, and she said it's a shame that Gemma can't have her crispy cake. So I hopefully somewhere along here, is it through the curtain? Debbie has made you chocolate crispy cake, that's all she said. And then Debbie and I were thinking, we thought, well, this really isn't fair because somebody else might want some crispy cake. Yeah. So Debbie has made you
and I can't sweep you off of your feet. Will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek?
7.
Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. Baby, my
Oh, you didn't get that bit, Terry.
heart 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every So honey, now take me into your loving arms, kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking now